So for this episode, I'll be doing cross edges. So okay, the first thing I'm going to do is talk about the first 3 cross edges. Then after that, I'll go on to talking about the 4th cross edge. So in general, I think cross edges, I don't have as many tips compared to centers, but I'll just do a walkthrough solve first. And there are 2 things that I want to say regarding cross edges. So okay, with the example solve, okay, first thing like under normal conditions, let's say you are using reduction, and then you have solved all your centers, and now you're free slicing to solve your edge. Usually when you see something that's upside down, your response is slice, flip, slice. But with the Yao method, because like when you're doing your first 4 cross edges, the centers are totally scrambled, so there's actually totally no need for you to protect your centers, and you can just U2 and match this one up. And okay, conveniently I just solved this one, so it means that I can solve the entire blue edge at once. Say I'm trying to solve my yellow edge. I see these 3, I pair them up together, and then before I spot my last like yellow edge, I saw all 4 green edges inside. So what I'll do is I'll just temporarily throw yellow to one corner here, and then after that I'll finish up the green, because like I saw all 4 pieces already. And then after that, like I'll put green where it's supposed to be, which is in this case is relative to yellow. Relative to blue is opposite. Then I'll look for the last yellow piece, which is here, and just solve this. That's all I have to say about the first 3 cross edges. But regarding the 4th cross edge, okay, I'm going to explain with 4x4s because the cube is a very small cube, so I can explain it much faster. So okay, with the first method of doing cross edges, like after solving the first 3, you basically just move on to solving your centers. And then after that, you see your last cross edge, and then you insert it, and that's the common way. But the other way is, first you solve your cross edges. So and then you do your 4th cross edge first, then you throw it to one side, and then you create one bar. Then you attach your 4th cross edge to this bar, and then you solve that center that corresponds to the bar. So in this case green, I solve the green center like that. Then I just go on to solve centers as per usual, and this edge is just locked to this center, so I don't have to care about it anymore. So I just go on and finish yellow, then I'll go and do blue next. And then the last cross edge can be inserted just by putting that center with the attached edge on top, doing a U2 and inserting it like that. I mean, whether you do the 4th cross edge before or after your centers is like, okay, my strategy to approaching this is actually to use the after centers method as my default. But let's say if I solve 3 cross edges and the 4th one is just staring at me like really obviously going to be solved, then like for example, because this is a 6x6 video, let's say I solve 3 and the 4th one I already let's say it's like that. I saw all 4 pieces inside, so it's just quite easy to pair them all up like that. Or another thing that I'm doing is, let's say I'm doing the preserving edges method. Let's say I'm trying to solve green, and then like I just happen to see all 4 white pieces at once, and I decided to do my edge preservation thing where I just throw it to one side and then finish white. And then I'll insert white relative to like yellow, which is opposite. And because I have preserved green and it's almost finished, rather than like destroying it and going to all my centers, I'll just fix the last cross edge and then make a bar here and so on so forth, just finish my centers. So yeah, I'll just do a walkthrough of doing the centers with an extra edge already solved here. So you just solve one bar and then attach another bar to it, then solve the 3rd one like that, and the 4th one like that, and then I have a full center, and then the rest is just normal centers. And this one is just a slight tip for like what if you have chosen to do your last 4, like basically what if you have chosen to do your last edge after you finish all your centers. I think in this case, last 2 center case, this is just a set commutator, but as I do the commutator, then I'll just look ahead to the 4 pieces, and like they're all here. So what I'll do, firstly look at this part here, try to make it empty basically. So if you have like, because I'm doing red yellow last, so let's say if all the red yellow pieces are all around here, right, let's look for one edge that does not have red yellow, and then you throw it in like that. So of course in this case, like all of these don't have, so I can just randomly just throw one edge. So once I know that the edge here doesn't have red yellow, then I can proceed to finishing the last edge. So I'll do that like that and slice it over. Okay, then my insertion method is turn this one to the top layer, turn it away, Then turn this face even further. So now this is upside down by 180 degrees. I match this piece on top and insert it. So to do it really fast, okay, from this angle it will look like if the edge is in front, and if I were to do it really fast, it would look something like that. And let's say if the edge is behind, then it will look something like that. So that is a way that will save you the trouble of relining your center. So just now I'll show you quite a bad example because the centers are off by 1, but let's say when you solve your fourth cross edge and your centers are all messed up with 4 colors, it will take much more recognition effort, and you will really want to save up the trouble of relining them, and you can just do that really fast insert that I showed you just now.